So we've created our Active Directory domain. Now we want to join one of our Windows 7 clients to it. So here's our machines, currently in workgroup, the default. So we'll go in and we want to add it to the domain. So we click on domain under here and we're up to 312.local is our domain name. Click OK. Now it's asking us for some credentials, so we'll give in the administrator credentials. I believe that most ordinary users can join a machine to the domain as well. At least that was the case under previous versions of server. It may not be anymore. So if we have a look here on the network interface settings, we'll see that our IP address is .101. The DNS domain is 312.local. So if we skip back to the server, okay, our DHCP server, everything appears to be fine, and no major problems, no major events. So bring up the DHCP management tool and open up our IPv4 scope. Then have a look at the leases. Drag this over. So up too far. Address leases, and there we can see that the machine that we've got, Win7 Client 1, has been allocated address 101. So that's told us that DHCP is working. So just get ourselves back our Windows 7 machine, back into here. Okay, so welcome to the domain. We have to restart the machine, so we will do that now. And one quick reboot later. Now we're offered the local admin client. We're going to switch to the domain administrator. Now I could have just typed in administrator here because it's connecting, as you can see, it's connecting to the domain 312.local. So because this is the first time we've logged in on this machine as the domain admin, it takes a little while to set up the profile. So back to the server, let's have a look here under computers and users, users and computers, sorry. And we will see that there is now an account under computers created for our computer. So we added it to the domain, so it's now part of the Active Directory users and computers. So back on this beast, if we bring up Windows Explorer and have a quick look under the users folder on the C drive, you'll see there's the local admin and there's the domain administrator account that's just been created. So just double check that the other settings have taken place. So you now see the machine name is the same, but it's now full name is Win7 Client 1 312.local or .312.local. So let's have a look at the command line. Just drag this up a bit, give us a bit more space. So I'm going to do ipconfig all and just have a look at all of the details that gives us. You can see here there's the full name, there's our DNS suffix, there's our IP address given to us, DHCP server, DNS server. So all of those details are as you would expect a client to have in an Active Directory domain. So just going to ping the server, so you get the ICMP responses back. Let's flick over to the server and do a reverse ping, or rather a ping back. So Windows key R and bring up the command prompt. So again, we'll ping the 101 address. Okay, it looks like the firewall on the client machine is getting in the way of our ICMP packets. So let us do a little bit of tweaking of that. So bring up the network adapter details, the firewall. Now from memory, the ICMP stuff is part of the file share printing sharing. So I'll just tick this, so I'll enable this under the firewall. We could have looked at the individual rules. So we're going to do that and make sure it's just for the domain. Anything else? I don't think so. And click OK. No, not cancel. OK. Give that a moment to apply. Now I'm just going to check in the firewall itself. So firewall, yep, bring that up. And we'll have a look at the actual individual rules. So the previous tool gave us sort of a bunch of rule sets that we can look at. So under the rules, we scroll down a smidge. So scrolling down, so there's core networking material. So here we go, file and print sharing, echo request ICMP4. So if we up arrow and press enter, we get the ping responses coming back from the client back to the server. So we've now established that we have full IPv4 connectivity between the two machines. We can see, so back on the client, we can see the two machines in our network. We can see the default shares on the server. We can even look at the admin share for C drive. So they're the files there, and the same again for the U drive. Nothing there because we haven't done anything to that server area yet. And we're done.